Good afternoon, everybody. So this is Dom, and welcome back to my channel. So here we are, well, here I am, essentially, working on finally getting my binders done. I have cash here that I'm going to stuff. I finished all my envelopes. I finished my cash placeholders. And essentially, this is going to be an extension of day zero because I'm going to consider my first paycheck of September, which is going to be coming up this Friday, as my sort of real beginning. Essentially, all the cash that I have here is stuff that I already had and that I budgeted. This is sort of like my practice run. Also, this is going to be a bit of an unboxing because I have most of my tools. I have all the tools that I feel that I need now. And I finally got in the planners that I wanted to use, which might be a bit controversial to some, but they bring me a lot of joy. So, I mean, leave in the comments however you feel about it. I'd love to do like a little Q&A regarding it, about the ethics of it, and you will see why in a moment. And right here. I'm so excited to open this. I've been looking forward to this for so long. It came so much quicker than I expected. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. So let's open, shall we? So I got I got three actually, but I'm waiting for the third one to come in. But I got Louis Vuitton planners. I'm gonna be very frank, these are gonna be replicas. Especially since I'm starting my budgeting journey, I'm not about to spend over $2,000 on a collection of planners for the time being. So a lot of people could probably feel a type of way about this. I understand the ethics behind it. Essentially, long story short, these are the things that bring me joy. I'm gonna add this to my collection of things that I do have, real and otherwise. This is just sort of also for me to see if planning really does work for me. I wonder which colors I receive, but at least with this, I'll be able to start my sinking funds. So let's open, shall we? I will say this. I mean, the packaging itself got a little crushed during shipment, but hey, it's coming from a completely different continent. So I'm not complaining, but I will say this, the text does look really, really good. The material even looks really, really good. For the price that I paid, like I'm really not complaining. So let's unwrap this one. See, this is where you start seeing the sort of differences. Obviously the dust bag isn't incredible, but like, I mean, I'm not buying the dust bag. Lousy Vuitton, that's kind of funny. But I will say, wrapped really nicely. And here we go. Okay, so we got the Damier Azur MM. I, again, really can't complain. It does smell funky, but like that's sort of to be expected. The smell will go away a lot sooner than later. I mean, edging is great on this. It even came with a planner insert. That's actually quite lovely. You can see, closure is quite nice. And even the stamping is great. Like this is definitely, you know, 10 out of 10 for me. Obviously the insert it's not all that great. I guess I can keep it for the time being. I plan on making my own inserts. But I mean, hey, I guess for the time being, I could like put this to the side. I can use it for something else. So let's take this out. Closure is great. And boom. Damier Azur. So this one I'm probably going to use for my high priority sinking fund because obviously it's a light colored one. I don't really want this to like leave my house because it'll probably get dirty. Even though I mean I really have no problem with my pieces gaining character because I know that they're my pieces. But that's just me, you know. I know some people like to keep things pristine, and I like to keep my things in a good condition. I will say the material is really, really nice. It feels heavy, or well, hefty in the hand. Like the quality of the coated canvas is really nice. So yeah, so that's number one. So which color do you think I got? I got the 3 damiers. So I have the azure now. I'm waiting for the charcoal damier, and I'm waiting for damier Eben. I'm kind of hoping that it's the Eben because I think I'm gonna use the gray. I think that one's called Eclipse, the damier Eclipse, for a personal planner as well as like a variable binder because it's supposed to go with this, which is like my cash stuffing wallet, which I got, which is really, really lovely. I've kind of taken it for a test run, and it's really, really nice. Fits all my needs. I absolutely love this. So let's see what color I got. And again, packaging is nice. The dust, I will say this, I love that they come with these because quite frankly, like, I mean, I love the effort. Oh my god, it's talking about Nicolas Guesquier. Love A for effort, definitely. Providing the fantasy, but let's get to the meat and potatoes. So again, dust covered, nothing to write home about. Obviously, like this is something that was surged quickly. I mean, the stamping on this isn't great, but again, that's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is this. Ooh, I think I got the charcoal instead of the Eben, the Eclipse. Correct me if I'm wrong. I never fully realized what they were calling that collection. But I want to say that it's Eclipse. I'm pretty sure like the black and gray monogram is Eclipse, so I'm sure it's got to be the damier Eclipse. And drum roll, please. This one does smell a bit funky, I'm not gonna lie. And I got the black one. Okay, all right, not gonna complain. For the time being, I will use these two for high priority and low priority sinking funds. Let's give it a whirl. Oh, see, this one I'm gonna give them props because they actually put in this little, I guess, sticky thing, like the film, the saran wrap, which protects it. But I mean, again, doesn't matter. If something were to happen to it, I can just buy another one. That's the beauty of buying replica. And let's see the inside. And again, same insert. I do love the fact that it came with this underneath because all of these metal pieces could very much, I mean, mar your bags. I mean, it's already started to happen with my cash stuffing wallet because I ended up purchasing a different cash stuffing wallet, which was this one. That was the original one that I bought just to like see how it felt in my hand and things like that. However, I'm not going to use this one because what I really needed from this, which I couldn't find in that kit, is this little piece right here. Let me take this out really quick. So as you see, I've already started putting in my envelopes, but it's really this piece right here. I've searched high and low and I can't find it anywhere, and it's just kind of annoying because I essentially spent 20 bucks on that last cash envelope wallet that I showed you for essentially me to not use it. I guess I'll use it as a backup for something, who knows. But what I really needed was this piece, and I can't find it anywhere. Like I tried A6 money organizer inserts, like things like that. I've tried planner inserts, everything, and like nothing. I can't find it. But again, but see, that's the marring that I was talking about, which again, I don't really care about. It's totally okay. But stamping is great. Stitching is nice. Oh, there's a 20 in there. Things like that, you know. So I'm definitely really, really excited for this. I love this one. So okay, I guess let's start. Well, before I set it up, let me show you essentially the things that I made myself. Maybe it'll give you a bit of backstory as to like who I am and like why I've chosen this aesthetic. And I'll put this out of the way for right now. Here are my envelopes and here are my placeholders. So let me pull these out and let me pull these out. So I'm actually really proud of these placeholders. These are definitely a version 1.0. Because I will say this, my printer was running out of ink, so some of them came out kind of funky, but you know what? Hey, for starting off point, I love how a lot of these came out. And whatever, like we will revisit. So essentially, a lot of people I see, like for example, Golden Dollar uses gold dollars, and I mean I've seen other people use like Monopoly money and things like that. But I wanted to do something that really inspired me, and I was originally a fashion design student many moons ago. So what I decided to do is, instead of making fake dollars, I made fake euros, and then I made them with some of my fashion heroes. You know, it's really crazy what ChatGPT can come up with. But like for example, like look at this McQueen. This McQueen one looks incredible, and you know, you've got the skulls, which he was very much known about. The actual portrait is phenomenal. I was able to do it in like a guilloche kind of print. Christian Dior, his portrait, the new look. I love that he has the roses here. Balenciaga, some of them got a little wonky, which again, I'll revisit, but for right now, for what it is, I'm not complaining. I love this. So Cristobal Balenciaga right here for $2,000. And then I have, mon Dieu. I have Yves Saint Laurent for $1,000 with his logo. And then Coco Chanel. I wasn't like too thrilled about this one. I love her portrait. It did come out kind of dark, but hey, I'll take it. It looks great. I'll like play around with it later. And then one of my personal favorites, Anna Wintour. We miss you, babe. We miss you at Vogue. But yeah, I just think that these are gonna make it fun for me to start collecting. But you see how some of them like came out with the actual color that I meant to, and then some of them it was running out of ink like this. But you know what? This is my first set. I'm very proud of them, and I look forward to using them. And like eventually, you know, like I'll perfect it, and like things will be all figured out. Maybe I'll get them printed professionally. And then for my envelopes, again, I made these myself. I guess they're just supposed to be like Bank of Couture. Like that's sort of the idea that I had. You know, I want to feel like very American Express, very luxe. I have a couple of different ones here. You know, Night Out, Beauty, and again, these will evolve. Maybe I'll even make more envelopes based on seasons. You know, treat it almost like a fashion show. But yeah, I'm definitely very proud of these. So okay, let's start dividing these. First, let me put these away, these cash holders. Let me see. And if you guys are interested in seeing how I did this, I mean, by all means, comment below. Let me know. There's a whole bunch of videos of how to make these yourself. I wouldn't mind, you know, throwing my hat in the ring and showing you guys how I made mine. But yeah, like I mean, this was also sort of a way for me to, you know, not spend the money and like save the money and, you know, make it myself, because I want this to feel very much mine, my own identity. When it comes to this journey, I know everyone has sort of their own way of going about things, and thus I kind of want to make my own mark, my own aesthetic mark. So okay, let's start with my variable wallet. So that one is set up. So now let's do my low priority sinking funds, which are going to be clothing, gifts, travel, hobbies, technology. I really want to buy a computer. I want to make my own PC. So this one, I'm probably gonna eventually try to stuff these as much as I can. Well, once I pay off certain debts. Events, which I just kind of have it now. I don't really like to go to concerts or like things like that, but I have it just in case. Decor, and the future splurge is sort of like a catch-all, you know, just in case, because you really never know, and like I don't want to dip into my other like funds or savings or emergency or anything like that. So let's put this in here. All right. And then now, my high priority. So let's do it this way. So here we have, let me actually start off this way so I can put it in order. Education. I definitely want to go back to school. I'd love to, finish my fashion design degree, which I never ended up finishing. My Roth IRA, which I'm definitely going to get stuffed first half of the year. I have a couple things I have some money in my Roth IRA now. I definitely didn't reach like the $6,500 limit that they gave us. But by next year, I want by June to be fully stuffed so that I can just put that in, let that invest. Investments, this one's probably going to stay relatively empty for the time being until I pay off all my debts. But then that one's going to be stuffed pretty heavily. A house down payment. And this is something that I definitely want to stuff. Let's not say as heavily because it does take a lot, but we'll see once things start getting paid off, once I start making investments, and maybe if I get a little business going, like who knows, maybe this will get stuffed relatively quickly. Credit cards. So this one, I have it just in case. I've already paid off a lot of credit cards. I just have 2 more that I'm paying off, which I really think that I'm going to just pay off in full. And then I'll start stuffing these if I ever choose to get another credit card in the near future. But for right now, this is probably going to get stuffed very, very little. Here I have, come on, student loans. So this one's going to be a big one. My sort of strategy now is pay off my minimums or pay off my minimal payments, just so that way I can stay current, and then stuff this heavily so that then I could just pay off in a really big lump sum. My student loans aren't that bad, thank God, knock on wood. I'm only at about $8,000, but still, I want to try to be completely debt free of that at absolute latest my birthday next year, which is in May. Here we have health. Health, I don't think I'm going to stuff this heavily either, only because I just got accepted into my job's current insurance. So I am going to stuff this, but very lightly. And then once other things start getting paid off, then I will invest into this more heavily. And my emergency fund. This one's going to be sort of the first one that I'm going to fill. So right now, I'm going to keep it at $1,000. And then I'll stop stuffing that until I figure out other things. And then once I pay off a lot of other things, then maybe I'll get this up to $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. And we'll see. All right, so let's start with the fun part. So this is essentially my cash wallet that I use. This is what I use to transport my money. And in continuing, I don't know if you can see this, but with the sort of Bank of Couture aesthetic that I'm going for, and again, this might be something that I change in the future, but this is my teller slip that I made myself. And then let's pull this out. I like to also keep any receipts, any sort of teller receipts, things like that. Also lotto tickets. I do like to play the lottery because you never know. You don't win if you don't play. So let's start dividing this up. Alright, so no 50s because here's a lesson that I learned the hard way. So I actually had other denominations planned. Let me actually read. Alright, there we go. 1652 is what I'm going to be stuffing today. So I had other denominations planned, but it was Labor Day weekend. So I couldn't get denominations like 50s out of the ATM and things like that. So I kind of divided it with what I have. Like you guys may already know, I'm a bartender, so I did have some cash that I was able to, I guess, like consolidate or sort of be able to like divide things up in a different manner. But I will definitely be having more denominations in when I do get my paycheck this next coming Friday. So okay, let's look here. I've been using Golden Dollars spreadsheet. I might work on my own spreadsheet, but for right now, did I close that? Ah, there it is. Okay, found it. Okay, so I've been using her spreadsheet. It is quite lovely. It does feel a little, I mean, never mind. I'm not complaining. This is actually great. And what I do love about it is that you're able to sort of divide your denominations, which is really nice. So, okay, let's start with variable expenses. So then, for groceries, I'm gonna stuff 150. So I'm gonna take that out in 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna take out 4 10s. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna take out 2 5s. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. Okay, that's gonna go in groceries. Alright, now dining out. This is something that I'm trying to be good about, but I budgeted for 125, but I went out today. I spent 60 bucks to meet up with a friend of mine because, you know, we were like doing drinks and some sushi. So I'm supposed to have 4 20s, right? But I spent 60, so I'm gonna take out 1. Then we're gonna take out 1. Ooh, put that back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 10s and 1 5. So then I have now currently 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh my god, 65. My goodness. Okay, so that's gonna go into dining out. Now for Uber. So I don't drive anymore, and I just honestly Uber everywhere. It's essentially like my car payment. So what I do is I'm gonna put placeholders in here because I've already sort of budgeted what my Uber expenses are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take 300 bucks of this because I already have it in the bank. I left it in there. Uber's done. And then spending. So I'm trying not to spend, which I've been pretty good at. And so for spending, let's put 1, 2, and then 5. So then 10, 25. Okay, so night out. This is also something that I'm trying to stay away from. Not because of anything, but just because I want to just enjoy my house more, and like I just want to stay in. Don't really want to go out. I want to focus on other things. So for that, I'm going to stuff $37. So 5. Okay, so then 10, 20, 30, 5, 36, 37. 37 in night out. Alright, beauty. So as a Taurus, I do love things skincare and beauty and even like a little makeup here and there because like, come on, just because I'm a guy doesn't mean that I have to walk around with a pimple on my face if I can just cover it up with concealer. In this one, I'm gonna kind of like stuff lightly. I know that I have it in my variable, but I don't really spend that much money. I might end up moving it into like a low priority sinking fund. But for right now, just to have it stuffed, I'm gonna put it in here. Because the whole idea also is that between my low priority sinking fund and my variable wallet, I'll be able to just sort of switch them out here and there as a way to, if I'm gonna go spend money, if I'm gonna go to Sephora, if I'm gonna go out or whatever, I can just open it, like open my planner and like put it in here. So for right now, we're gonna have beauty in there. So for beauty, I have 50. Let me see. Got it. All right, so then 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And I mean beauty also because like my mom and I both love skincare, and you know, like maybe I'll treat her sometime, or like I'll buy her something, or you know, things like that. All right, household. A household, I'm gonna stuff 50, you know, to like help out around the house, like you know, get things for my parents. My parents are a little older, so I'm gonna, you know, be helping out and things like that. I mean, especially at this new job now, we're making a lot of very good money, and it's the summertime, which here in Miami, like it means it's slow season, so like people aren't making that much money. I could only imagine once we hit high season. I'm actually really excited for that. But 20, 30, 40, 45, 40, 50. All right. All right, so there's household. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is really just going to be like a catch-all for me, I think. I don't know. I've made all of these like these envelopes, and I've made all of these things. It just as a starting off point, like I definitely mentioned in my other video, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just sort of going off of like what I've seen. And so, I mean, these things might end up changing in the future. Alrighty then, so here I have 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. And with that, variable wallet is completely stuffed. Love that for me. Okay, so let's zip her up. And then now let's finally break in these new bad boys. Let me put this away. All right, let's start with my low priority sinking funds. Hello, Dami Azur. Okay, so here we have emergency. Emergency, oh no, this is high priority, excuse me. All right, so the low priority sinking funds. Alrighty then, so clothing. I definitely want to do like a revamp of my closet. I have so many clothes, I have so many things that I don't use. And honestly, like I just want to go to a much more minimal aesthetic, just like, you know, Uniqlo, man. Like, why not? Uniqlo is great quality. Allegedly, I've never purchased from them. I just love the aesthetic, like that very like brandless, nameless. Not that you could tell with this, but at least like when it comes to my clothes, I do love like very minimalist in that sense. You know, just like good cuts, good materials, things like that. I promise. My accessories are the only thing that really have any sort of logo, if ever, or that they're really chanchullero, as someone in Cuban would say. For clothing, I'm gonna pull out this. I also can't wait to really start stuffing more consistently so that I could just get fresh bills. I love how the Golden Dollar just has all these fresh, crisp bills, and I would really, really love to eventually get that in here. But okay, so for clothing, we have 20, 30, 40, 35, 50. So next is gifts. Holiday season is coming up. I have my nephew that I love so much. He is literally the best. And I have my sister, my brother-in-law, my parents, couple friends. You know, I like to stuff this so that I could, you know, think ahead of like birthdays and Christmas and things like that. Like my mom is the absolute goat when it comes to that. She's literally buying Christmas presents come January 14th type deal. Like and it's great because she'll literally buy the best things at the randomest times, and she just like stocks them away like in the closet, like no one knows. But okay, so for gifts, we're gonna do 2 20s and a 10, so 50. Okay, travel. I really, really want to travel. I haven't gone on like a decent vacation well, when I say decent, I mean I've gone on decent vacations. Thank God. I love to escape to Orlando. I probably am going to do that sometime this year. If not, definitely I'm going to go in January with my nephew for his first time at the theme park. But I want to go like somewhere else. Like I want to go like abroad. I want to go to like Eastern Europe. I want to go to like Austria, or like I want to go to like Prague and Budapest. I'd love to go back to Paris. I'd love to go back to Madrid. And so this is definitely going to be like sort of me putting away for that. So we have 20, 40, 50 in travel. Okay, hobbies. Hobbies, I have 75. So something that you will come to learn, I collect Pokemon cards. And that's sort of like a little the side hustle that I'm working on, because I mean, I've always enjoyed it. See, I was opening a pack not too long ago. And I definitely want to start, especially now in this market, that it's so hard to come by. Literally, I just want to have like a little fund just in case, so that then like if I see like a good deal, or like, you know, like a good pack of bulk, because I do a lot of bulk sorting also, I can just snatch it right up, and then also do other things like I cross stitch, I make bags, well, leather crafting, things like that, you know. Or even like if I have to buy more laminating sheets, like, because I this is like hobbies / crafting / whatever, and that's definitely where I would pull from. But this is probably going to be mostly Pokemon oriented. Okay, so, and let's just put that flat. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. All right. 75 in hobbies. All right, technology. So like I mentioned before, I kind of game. I'm more of a console gamer right now, but I really, really, really would love to have a PC. Like, so that way I can, I mean, because I also like to code and things like that. Like, I'd love to make that into a side hustle also. Literally, like, Instagram can't stop bombarding me with, you know, transition to tech, which I actually did do a boot camp, which didn't work out as well as I wish it would have, but I at least got some sort of foundation. But I would, again, love to invest in sort of like a future to build my own PC so that I could game, and then I could, like, you know, make my workstation for coding, because I have my laptop is lovely, I can't complain. I really haven't coded on there, and I probably should, but I guess I want to see if I can save so that I could make my PC. All right, so for that, I'm going to put 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we go. 25. Alright, events. Like I said, I don't really go to concerts. I don't really particularly like concerts. I kind of wish I would have gone to the Lady Gaga concert that's happening now. But even then, like, I've been to a couple of other concerts. Like, went to like The Weeknd. I think I did Florence and the Machine once, many moons ago. But like, concerts aren't really my thing. This might be like, even for like club tickets, like if I go see a DJ spin, something like that. But again, like, it's not really a priority for me right now. I don't mind staying home, quite frankly. But who knows, this might be for like a trade show in the future, or like, I don't know, like, you know, if I want to go to like Comic-Con or like something like that, or like a Ren Fest. So this I'm gonna have for right now, but it will not be stuffed. Decor, it's giving 25. So this is kind of like I don't know why I put it in here, but like, just in case, you know, maybe I'll move these funds to another envelope in the future. But who knows, I do kind of want to do, or like, maybe I'll just keep stuffing this very, very lightly, so then I can have like a little nest egg already ready for when I buy my home. You know, that would kind of be the idea, but we'll see where the priorities lie. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, future splurge. So this is really, ooh, and I'm gonna have to move an envelope because I just saw something. Okay, so future splurge, it's essentially gonna be like my low priority miscellaneous. This again is gonna be sort of like a catch-all. like, I don't know, like a surprise trip, or like maybe if I want to upgrade my seats to like business class or things like that. But this is really just sort of miscellaneous, but in the low priority sinking funds binder. But we'll see. Again, none of this is set in stone. I put 50 in there before I pull the envelope that I wanted to pull. Let me see. So I have 20. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So here we have 25. That's so weird because I have all of these. Oh, okay, I see where it's going. Okay. So the other thing, so I ordered these in the wrong way, but whatever. I'm gonna keep it that way. So education, I'm gonna put in low priority only because I want to get my debts paid first. Like I want to get my original student loans paid. And then, I mean, I'll stuff this little by little, but I'm not like in a rush to go back to school. I do want to go back though. I definitely just want to get my degrees. I'm pretty sure if I go back, I have 2 degrees that I can potentially get, a fine arts degree as well as a fashion design degree. All I'm literally missing, I think, is like a math class. That's all I'm missing. But I'm gonna keep this empty for right now. The priority is the student loans. All right. So this one we got stuff. I'm so excited that I got these. I kind of wish that I had the Zen one because I would love to start doing a planner. So here we go. Emergency. So this one's probably the one that I'm gonna get stuck the fastest, only because I just want to have that peace of mind. And this one, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting 500. So then this Friday, I'll just pull my other 500 and just put it in here, and then that's it. Don't need to stuff that again for a while and just get it out of the way, and then I can focus on other things. So health, like I mentioned before, I just got accepted onto my jobs insurance. Don't need this yet, thank God, knock on wood. So as like high season begins and like I start seeing more money, then this will start getting stuff. But for right now, I'm gonna forego this. Student loans. So student loans, I'm already gonna start trying to make a dent. All right, so we're doing 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's gonna go in here. Again, like I've seen a couple different ways for me to sort of get this paid off as quickly as possible. I could either really be gung-ho with this so that I could, because again, $8,000, especially in my line of work, isn't, I mean, $8,000 is a lot of money. Like, I mean, let's just call a spade here. But if I really put my nose to the grindstone, I don't spend money, it'll be a miserable couple months. But if I can just get that out of the way, I could really start investing and really start seeing a change in my finances. But absolute latest, I mean, at the way that I'm looking at it, I could get this done by my birthday next year, or I mean, I would love to get this done by January, but we'll see. Okay, credit cards. Credit cards is another 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing, or well, somewhere's missing a 20. I'll figure that out later. So here we go. Credit cards getting 100. Did I put in 100? 1, 2. Yeah, that's got 100. I don't know where that 20 came from. Magical 20. We love to see it. Okay, investment. Jeez. Okay, so house down payment. This one I want to start stuffing like midway, because I would love to buy something. Because at the end of the day, like, I mean, I would love to move out, but why am I going to pay somebody else's rent when I can just pay my own? You know. So this one is definitely one that I would love to see grow quickly, so that I could, you know, do my thing. All right, so investment, like I said, I'm not going to touch this one until all my debts are paid. Point blank period. Unless I come into, I don't know, maybe I'll like stick $1 in here or something. But for right now, not a priority for me. I mean, when I've been talking to like my AI financial coach, they're saying get all the things that you need to get paid off first, and then you do investment. All right, Roth IRA. I already have a Roth IRA set up for my last job. I think I have like maybe 900 and change in there. Well, that I put in, so it's technically at 1800. Did I put it in future? Did I not put it in future splurge? Let me see. See, there we go. It's because I miscounted. Okay, now I see where I went wrong. See, there we go. There's that one, and then future splurge should have 2 20s and a 10. Yeah, that's exactly where I went wrong. Oh, I can't believe I figured that out. I thought it was going to take me longer. Okay, so this got its 50, 2 20s and a 10. God, they feel so thin now, but I can't wait until they start getting stuffed. I'm so excited for that, honestly. Like, this is the beginning. This is the day 0 cash stuffing. And I'm just so excited to see where it's going to end up, you know? So, okay. Let's finish off this bad boy. Why did I just touch my screen on my laptop like as if it's an iPad? Okay, so Roth IRA. Roth IRA, now I should have, I counted correctly, 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's fix this. Am I the only one that's like kind of anal retentive when it comes like this? When it comes to details like that? Is it just me? Nah, I see a bunch of other people doing it. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. And there we go, big period. Okay, and now I have my high priority fully stuffed. This one somehow feels even thinner. So I'm definitely very excited that I got these. I can't wait to get my other planner because I'm very likely going to switch out the Damier Eclipse to be like a personal planner for me, and then I'm gonna switch it to the then once I get it. I'm kind of worried about where it's been sent, but okay, I'm not gonna wrap my head around that now. So for right now, what I have stuffed is, I'll just calculate it from here. So I have 150 plus 125 plus 25 plus 37 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 75 plus 25 plus 25 plus 50. Okay. And then here I have 500. Here I have 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 1. Nope, that's it. Got it. I hope. So I should have 1612 that's already put away. So definitely very excited to start this journey. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me on my first ever cash stuffing. This is basically my practice run. Stay tuned. I should be doing another cash stuffing come Friday. I don't know what I'll post on Friday. I don't even know when I'm going to post this video or my introduction video, but I guess I'll get started on that now. But yeah, I'm definitely very much looking forward to these grow. I'm very much looking forward to see you guys grow with me. And I mean, until next time. See you then.